Hello, welcome to the channel. This video is going to be called The War on Suicide, and it's going to be my story of how I have dealt with suicidal thoughts, and hopefully it will help somebody else in their fight against their own thoughts and actions towards suicide. Alright, so in high school, I attempted to hang myself from a tree. At that time, I entertained thoughts of suicide. In fact, I would smile when I would think of suicide. That's just the way I was. I enjoyed thinking of ways to commit suicide. But I was able to make it through that because as a child I read scriptures, religious texts, and pretty often as a child. And because of that, I gained understanding of what's called the plan of salvation in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Which in part, not entirely, but in part, at least to me, meant that suicide was not appropriate. Please do not take anything I say as doctrine. But for me at that time, that belief made it difficult for me to go through with my actions to want to hang myself. And at that time, because of my belief system, I felt as if I was being hugged by somebody behind me. But I looked back and there was no one there. And at that moment, I knew that at least I could never go through entirely with a suicidal action. At about that time, my mom came out of the house, and she decided at that point, I believe, that I needed to spend a week, or spend some time rather, in a mental hospital. I then spent a week in a mental hospital. However, at that point, it was too late for it to do any good for me. I'd already been through my suicidal action. My mind was no longer on suicidal thoughts, at least not strongly enough to do anything. So it really did no good for me to be in that mental hospital. For the week that I was there. However, I believe it was after high school, I then drove to a bridge with the intent to attempt suicide again by jumping off the bridge. However, then I saw a sign indicating that there was a very expensive fine for anyone that jumped off the bridge, and I did not want to try to pay that should I have survived. So I ended up not being able to commit suicide that time. Suicide is very closely connected, I believe, with depression. If this video was helpful to you, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to not miss a video. Alright, till next time, bye.